Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking.
Yeah, that's awful. I just made a real bump in that bit there. It's a shame because this is now costing me money, whereas we'd already done all this already. Still, it doesn't cost a lot, let's be honest. If there's one thing that isn't terribly expensive, it's soften. Right, let's get cracking. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. We're going to get these two. Well, I'm hoping it'll be the shortest time lapse in history. But the other reason I do the time lapses is because it gets me to the fields quickly, so it doesn't drive you guys and gals crazy. Because it is a very slow tractor, and I realise that. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on. Oh, one other thing. One unfortunate thing is that any golden apples that were ours before will now be back on this map because it is a fresh map, so that is an unfortunate thing. We could say that any that I've already got I can't have again. That would be the easiest way. I will try my best to honour that as well, because I know it's got the one from the factory just ahead of us. I know we've got some from all over the place, so I'm going to try my best to leave them. Now we have got a couple on the new farm start, but we got more on this than anything else, and there is one just there. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to honour that sort of thing. So let's go down to 59 first, and then we'll do 65 second. So I am going to say my words, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. And there we were done. I am well chuffed. Oh, I can refill the fertiliser spreader from there. Wow, that's a bit special. Let's grab those 2 contracts. I'm well chuffed. That is worth all of that effort that we did to actually get those. And they were actually, I've done one of those fields. I think it's, but yeah, that is brilliant. Now then, I to be honest, I didn't really care about any kind of money on this particular session, because as far as I was concerned, but I did need to test that the fertiliser and liming was working on after doing all that work. So as far as I'm concerned, we're up at a higher level now than we've ever been before. Now we need to be going back to the farm, because what I'd really like to do is sell the 53 tonnes of, we were literally going through till next year. Although, no, true, that 50 odd tonnes is at its highest is going to bring us in a lot of cash, and is a true asset that we did possess. Now, I think we can sneak out this way. I think. I was going to go down and investigate, but I thought there's going to be a golden apple. You know there is. I don't want to be like. Now then, can we sneak past? There should be a gap where there is no water. Looking at the map here, it does look like there's a bit where we can cross. Well, it's weird. This sort of chasm doesn't really show on the map, really, does it? So it's a bit hard to see. We're about to hit the water, so I think we really ought to go over the chasm. Really, we are after all a tractor, and yeah, we should be able to just about do that. So tractors are built to. Yeah, we need to level the weight a little. Yeah, I was surprised that they weigh that much. They're both nearly empty. But hey ho, it is what it is. Right, let's yeah, we can sneak through there. Yeah, so what I'd like to do, this was always really about getting through. I mean, obviously we've saved. It swings and roundabouts. We've had to put effort in to get everything back to how it should be. So really, as a human being, we've put effort in that would have normally been spent with doing that. We've also done those 2 cracking contracts. So we're right up to almost new farm start, and we're on a start from scratch. And we've got a harvester, and yeah, I mean, we said we're going to go into the woodyard business, and I do think that's right. But there's one bit of a white elephant in the room that I'm sure you guys and gals have actually realised. Now, we were going into the wood business to make pianos. Unfortunately for us, the piano mod is broken at present, so it looks like, with all the best intentions of the world, it's pretty pointless going into pianos at present. So it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, if we do go into pianos, we are really wasting our time. Because yeah, pianos are broken now. I forget how slow this is. I apologise, car, because I can see you was a long way away. I thought I'd be long gone. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do now. There is also, I suppose there is the other side, but the trouble is now, you see, we've missed the opportunity. So whatever way you look at it, I think what we want to be doing is going through the winter. Do we invest in a slightly better, because this is a legitimate business, and that is to go into the energy business, do we buy a decent, like a powerful windmill or something like that? Ooh, a powerful windmill? I don't, it's sort of, yeah, it's a bit of a cheeky sort of thing though, really. I think we'll stick with what we've got. I did want this not to be suddenly become easy, because we've just suddenly changed and bought a Lortz windmill that's 30 grand a month type thing. I don't really want to be doing that. Is that level? Yeah, no, the ground's very unlevel that you're on. That's why it looks at a weird angle. Ugh, that is really strange. Right, yeah. I think it could be those leaning as well, not just. Let's see if we can drop these, because it's doing some right weird things. Yeah, let's just drop these 2 over here. Oh, and grab the other one. Now we need to pull that one away from the attach. And brilliant, there we go. Job's a good one. Yeah, so that is an option going forwards. We could, could grab that. Right, okay. So then, sales, 16,000. It is no, it's not. It's an American truck, so it is definitely not for use on these lands. Right, so we're in October. We need to be going through till, yeah, we'll have the little tiny tick ups from what we've got, and yeah, we'll look for the sales as we've just said. And next year we may well have to go into vegetables. The other option is, of course, is there's the other side of the that business, which is not that one. It is, I think it's, I'm sure it was up here somewhere. Preserved Food Factory. Yes. I think at the end of this session, it's the other side of like the thing. I don't know if it's as well as the other one or whether you preserved food. No, I think it is completely different. So we could go into this and leave the other one to do the soup mod, really. Is what I'm thinking, and that way we're still going to have to buy the vegetable stuff. That's the one thing that we've got to do over the winter. So is that going to manage to, well, winter's not over yet. Let's switch the engine off. If we're sort of changing direction, we've got that 50 grand, we could look for a cheap tractor, either the one that I showed, the 28 grand one. We could probably just about afford that, because that's going to struggle with grabbing 50. Mind you, we don't need to do that. No, that's true. We can go down and hire the train and sell it to Erling grads. Right. So then we need to be keeping our eye on the price of wood chips, which max price is 59,492 in January. So that's what we need to be doing. So really, we have no other sort of thing but to watch the TV and these beautiful pictures that Omatana has left us in our lovely little house, as well as the beautiful little view outside of our window. So we're going to go to sleep. I've lost the sleep trigger until 9 o'clock, and I think yeah, we'll look at the sales each morning. I would have a little tiny tick up, but it's true, I don't really want to, that's why I like the one from Bernie. It's a little bit of a tick up. It's a bit of seed money each month. It's not a piece of equipment thing. The Lorts can be, I mean, that's about as good as it gets on normal economy. So right, we need to, ooh, now that is very interesting, as is that. But again, really, there's some yeah, Hardy probably is something you can get in the in Europe, but I think there's more important things that we do need. Being a tractor, though, that's not bad. Yeah, I think we could do with 150 horses. Really, we'll keep this. Yeah, because we can have the other for narrows. Front attachments, yes, and ooh, I think we're going to go no cabin. Yeah, camera only inside the vehicle. Yes, indeed. 21,402, 150 horsepower tractor. It's not got no. We don't need a front loader. That was Staffy Tutor. 21,024 miles an hour. So that is much better. Right. So then, it's now November. Let's have a quick look at the price of wood chips. Oh, they're on their way up, but not actually. Let's use the proper sleep trigger. Not that you'd see any difference really, but. So we've now got 2 tractors, and that was a fantastic price. It's only little things we can really afford anyway, and very rare. Yeah, that in our circumstance where there's little. Oh wow, 1,896. Now that is a cracking. Now that is a very good, and not only is it a good price, but it's a very, very good 35 tonner. That's tempting, because for 20 tons, for I don't know, though, 20,000 I could get an Omatana 30 tonner as well, which is even lighter than that and was also quicker. Hang on, is that a manure spreader as well? If you had 20,000, but that's still not bad. That makes it a little bit more interesting. If we could sort of swap and buy the kit to swap that over and have the mechanics switch it around, that gives that Now then, how are we going to... Yeah, that's manure. We'd have to actually be able to buy manure from the shop. Can we do that? Isn't that what the Lords did with it? Was it manure? Did we get from the manure? I know it was like grass and hay and stuff like that. I just can't quite remember, because if it is silage, straw, sugar beet, sugar cane, fertilizer, chicken feed, mixed ration, pig feed, salt, dry grass, grass. No, it wasn't. Yeah, there is actually. I remember that hen making mention of. Yeah, so we'll. Do we? No, we'll miss. Yeah, because I think there are more important things really, and we've got another tractor. That's a massive thing for us. Now then, let's not miss the wood chips. 1020. There's another 100 to go, and that is January. We're now in December. Now the only trouble is, we're gonna have to risk it. It's often in the middle of the night. That's one thing I'm going to say. So it might be about the same really, and get on the drop. But sometimes it is what it is. Yeah, we're going to still get a good price. That's, you can't quibble about, oh, I've lost 50 euros on the price of a ton of... Really, can you? Well, you can, but... Oh, that's a little bit big for our little harvester, really. Yeah, and that's beautiful, but we couldn't afford it. So then, please, we are at 1123. Wow, that's actually higher. That's Erlingrat. So I think it's time for. Oh, now we're gonna catch the bus down there. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna like literally go down, and I'm gonna meet you down at the train place. We're gonna rent it. And we're going to grab our wood chips and send it on to Erlingrat, and hopefully earn a little bit of cash just to see us through. So I believe it's April what we need to go through for the planting of the new vegetables. If that's what we're going to go into, we're going to need to do a bit of a plough or a cultivator with, yeah, it's April. It is. Yeah, I'd like to do the new things, but it is a bit of a shame because I really would have gone into the wood. Yeah, I did want it to be slightly different, but let's be honest, it's what the map has got new, fresh. It's what most people are going to be interested really in seeing, is the new typical, the trains on halfway back to Erlingrat. I hate this because obviously all we've got to do is wait for the you say that there could be a golden apple in the area. We could at least go apple hunting, really. Could do. I'm only going to go apple hunting. We saw it already. Yeah, we did. That's true. I'd forgotten. Yeah, fantastic. So we've got the apple from here. But there's not going to be another one now, is there? It is nice to show everybody around, really, because I've got to be honest, Giants have really surpassed themselves on how beautiful this map is. I do love these crates and that as well. You were saying? What did you say? Apologies for the spoiler alert. I wasn't really... Ooh. Fantastic. Now that would not let me in. Now then, which train, which section do we want? Well, yeah, the first one will do nicely. I'm sure it... well, it'll say we can't if not. Huh? Oh, sure, a little bit. Of course, the other thing is it might not accept... Timber wagon. Is it wood chips? Is 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Well, that's nice for it to actually tell you which one it is. Apologies, I was concentrating intently. So 53,143. We should get a good little. Oh, what on earth are they? Oh, they're just points. Oh wow, they look like little secret chests. Right, smashing. So then let's get this party started. Let's get this on, and we really want to go through till about March, I'd say, on this particular session. That would be very nice if we did go through the sales, pick up anything, and if not, obviously we're going to have to buy or lease those vegetable, the new vegetable planter. The 3 meter seems a lot better value than the 6 though. The 6 is like, you could buy 4 3s for the same price as 1 6. I believe that's right. It's going to kick us out. Oh no, it's away again. Just that next blue mark, I think. And it's going to strand us right over here, and then we're going to have to walk back to yeah, civilization, which I think is highly unfair. We get chucked out. Yes. Oh wow, that was actually. Oh, you can't. No, don't. No, I think we're gonna hitch a ride with the next available things, and I'm gonna meet you back at home, I think. There we are, done. So we're at 147,595. I like this. When you consider our grassroots, we've got 2 tractors, 1 harvester. We're now going into traditional. That is a point. I don't think normal. You can't harvest with a traditional harvester. Yeah, the headers, they literally are specialist. Yeah, they don't appear on those at all. It's that special harvester, which is a real bit of a. I mean, the one thing I'm not liking about this is absolutely teeny weeny little header for dragging them out of the fields. We're obviously going to need a plough. We're 150 horsepower. We might just about be able to do the Rawley Christie one. Really, is what I'm thinking. I don't really want to get a 4 metre subsoiler because then we've got a weed straight afterwards as well. So yes, right. We're going to sleep through or watch telly right up until March. Oh no, 9 o'clock is what we want. But we are going to check the sales. Which, yeah, this time I'm very happy that we bought a tractor. A little bit out of character, but again, it's an old. That's why I think I allowed it, although it was a subconscious allow. Right, let's have a look. And a class Vario 6.8 meter header. Now the actual header for this, we've got to have a quick look at. Yeah, the other thing is with specialist machines like this is you very frequently you can't use. Yeah, I remember I had a Russell mesh, and I either had a Deutz and I had a Russell mesh header. Now they don't like each other. No, whereas a normal bigger header, they pretty much can be adapted to go on all. Well, I've never come at a cropper with the bigger ones. But when you've got a special one like we have, we would need to get the header for it, especially like, yeah, you'd never get any other kind of header than like the Class Dominator. You'd use the Class Dominator header because you're not going to get another one to work. Well, at least I don't think so. So we need... Is that the one? It's got to be. Ah, because there should be more than one of these. Now, this is a Massey. Why did I allow a Massey? Oh, yeah. Are we gonna need one yet, though? We can buy that at any time, really. It is true. It's February. We're going to sleep through till March. And then we're going to actually have to spend some money. Because it looks like the things we need are not dropping, which I'm not really expecting. They're a little bit specialist, really. Do we go 5 meter cultivator and do the... I suppose, yeah, I mean, it's only really when it says it's got to be ploughed, because I've got ploughing on, so yeah, that is necessary. We are going to, in time, need something like that. we are in time going to need something like that. It's for 3 metre though. Yeah, it's true. I think we will pass. Ooh. Well, it's April we need really anyway, so I think we're going to see the snow, the back of the snow, and hopefully by the time it is April we are going to yeah, got rid of the snow, I'm hoping. 8 o'clock start though this time of year, I think, because we really are going to need to get them. I'm going to leave it here though. We're just going to do a bit of a spending spree, or leasing. I'm thinking we should box clever. Although I don't know, it's a bit of a difficult one to know what is the best thing. The snow has gone, that's one good thing. And the last sale of the year, I think we will lease it. The planter, we'll repair that, and mixer. That's a very, very good price. Yeah, it is. But again, we're not really thinking that's a very good price. It would clear us out, but is a monster of a thing. But again, it's a Massey Ferguson. I know I've let it slip, but it is possible you can have an old International kicking around. Really, let's just go and repair this. Ooh, it's a little bit badly damaged. They're not the best at steering, the Internationals. So again, it's one that was imported quite a few years ago, I should say, but it is 150 horsepower, and that's really, and as well as it being quite fast in comparison to our normal things. So we've not altered the repair settings. Oh no, I did it on, I did it sort of in between. I remember now. Right, smashing. So then we now need to lease, or we've got I think a plough is a definite. Do we buy the plough? I seriously, I'm thinking very much so that the plough's a buy. Although really a plough, I'm not sure. Cultivators, I think if you think about it, well, you can use the cultivators. I'm thinking of the little ones that I was going to buy. I think 2 of those. I keep forgetting you can use the slider. I think we're going to buy 2 of those. And we are going to change the colour to a nice. Now we've got 2 red tractors, so I think it's highly appropriate that we actually do this. A lighter chrome, I think. And I'd like that to be black, which is really going to be the real down there like that. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to buy 2 of those. We're going to use it because they don't like ploughing. It suffers you doing precision farming. We're going to have to lease a scanner because we're going to make this into a field. Although, do we need to do that this session, the coming session? I think it's really going to be ripping the field. Yeah, I do. I think that's going to be the thing that we do, ripping the field. But being as we've got to go out of the wood business, all of our plans have now been ripped up. So right, so with that is for that. We're going to do the now we need to do the plants. Are we going to do 2 of those, 2-3 meters? We need some seeds. And now I'm thinking about where the seeds are, is about there on the slider. If I can get it to respond a bit further. I'm trying to sort of, they're the best. 2 tons. I can't see us needing more than 1 bag of seeds like that. Yeah, just 1 will do nicely. And we need to lease. I think we'll go 1. I think we'll have 1 cultivating, followed by 1 actually doing the planting. So we want the new planters, which are vegetable technology, I believe. Now, how much is it to lease the 6 meters though? $2,600 versus $637. But are we really that worried? Wouldn't it be nice to use that bigger piece? Then we've got a 5 metre. I think we're going to rip the field up and... Right, so we're going to lease that, I think. We are going to lease that for €2,626. Yes. I think we're going to buy a box, which is in... I think it's in Cedars, actually. The box. This is a proper cedar box. I'm not going to faff around. We're just going to buy the Vadestad. Is it in... I'm sure it's in Cedars. Oh, it might be in Planters. Okay, it's got to be. Which is above there. It's quite a long way in. I keep forgetting. I'm just sort of a hot. Yeah, that's it. It's £9 grand. I know it's expensive, but it does give the ability to fertilise too. So it's. We do need a front box. Yeah, and we on this, because we've got hand attached, we can't really use. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do. I can't think of any other way. Yeah, because I don't know what we could do. I tell you one thing I'd like to do before we scoot. I'm gonna save the game now. Although it's only cost you pennies to lease this. We need this. We need to. That's got to be lowered, and we need to take the PTO out, and then we need to let go of that. We need to release that. Yes, on this very Let's Play I asked about the Tremie, the Roya Tremie, and I've been and I've looked on the website, on the Mod Hub page, and I realised I was quite close actually. Was nearly got this figured out, but so if we go to miscellaneous, what we do need is front loader, tools. We need to again. This is I'm going to lease this because I'm not sure how effective this is going to be. So I want the cheapest pallet fork that is available, even though they're all going to be fairly cheap, really. Lease you, yes. Hoping that's adjustable. And then we want the miscellaneous. We want the Tremie, which is pretty much in the middle-ish. Yeah, I want to see if this does what I don't think it will, but I'd like to actually try it. Right, so we're going to need the weight. It has. I was right about this much. It does need to be on this, but I do think we're going to need the weight to actually achieve this. So let's go grab that first. Yeah, no, it would still technically work, even though it's not work. We'll keep the time on 1. Yeah, so next session we're going to rip that field up, make it into a field, and do some plants and vegetables. I think I do think we need to go a bit more though. So I think we need to be buying another field. Really, I'd love to buy that field down there, but I think that's a bit expensive. I think it's pretty much going to take all of our cash. So I'm thinking the one that I said across the road, which is one of the part of the original. Oh, that's well out. Oh, that's a bit nasty. Right, let's grab that pallet fork, and we shall see if I don't know if it needs to be adjustable or whether it just goes straight into the little holes in the Tremie, the Roy Tremie. Pallet forks over there. This is truly where, so that's going to be at the front. You know, this is going to be fun. This is one thing where only inside camera isn't really your best friend, but those slots at the bottom, basically your 2 tines go into that. That look like actually a standard, like a proper config. Let's go to the floor, lift up very slightly. Whoops, not a little bit more, angled slightly up. A bit more. A little tiny touch more, I think. I'm not far off. Ooh, we are a little tiny bit higher, and we're touching it. Ooh. Ah. We need to let go. It's sort of grabbed it. Yeah, we need to literally raise that up. I think we need to get this right before. Oh my life. What are you doing? It's fairly level, just lift it. A tiny bit more. About right. That looks about right. Ooh, it's sort of like gone through, so I'm not sure whether it'll... Oh, yeah, like that. Obviously that's not quite right, but I don't think that matters. I think that's sort of... Oh, it sort of has gone in, but sort of seemingly it's gone underneath. So if it's important for this to actually... no, it has registered. I did think so. It's got to register it as like a storage, as in like it's got to be resting on it. And that's what I was saying, the way we were trying to do it with the big bag handler. Now, obviously the one good thing about this, the form factor, it's very high. So it's got a very... It's not... The bigger, the more of gravity, the footprint for gravity is, like that tallness and close to the front of the thing, of the... Now the only thing is, it probably would be best with the AGM, because you can strap that, but I always find, now do we get this where you can still say fill? Seemingly not. So I think you can probably... Yeah, but then you need a second... See, I don't get that, because if that's not working properly, then... What's the point? It means you'd have to have a second one. Oh, hang on a minute. Not necessarily. I'm being silly. If we let go of that now, get the big bag handler, I would imagine you can stick fertiliser in there. What I'd like to do is, yeah, but we need lime really. Yeah, let's grab the lime. It's just a bit of a test to see how useful this is. Does it actually register as, or is it just going to be used like a bucket to top things up, as in like almost like an extension of the big bag really, is what I'm thinking. And if it is, actually we need to do this the other way. We need to, like, say attach like that. Oh my life. If we do that, will that like land properly on its foot, sort of thing? Oh my life, these things are really violent, I've got to be honest. Yeah, so I'm thinking, is this like I just tip that into that? But I don't think this is going to act as additional storage, and that's what they're the type of boxes that I'm really interested in. Active storage. Oh, no, yeah. Right, the other thing is it's only 2 tons, and that's to us with the Samurai. I've stopped using that for a while because it's a cracking thing, but it's, as a shovel it's brilliant, and I'd still use it willingly as a shovel, 3.5 tonner. But it's not really good for this. Yeah, for a lot of tractors it's just too heavy. At 3.5 tons is... What did that say? Oh, attach you, Wally, yeah. Right, brilliant. Okay then, so... If we now stick that down here, because this would be a great asset. I have been looking, the MX pack is good, but it's I think a little bit, Well, I suppose it's not really a bit expensive when you compare it to a £9 yeah, the £9 front box. So really, I suppose it's a matter of now the MX is, it's not really about that. The MX is a little bit awkward. Oh, you're not going to be able to attach the, yeah, that's what we found before. Yeah, right, so we need to detach that. Oh. Does that then obey? It does. Right, so we now need to detach the way. This is the faffiness of it, but hey, oh, it is actually obeying its own logic. So yeah, proof of concept is really what I'm after. Ooh, I think I'm grabbing the. Oh. I couldn't see it. It's too low. Apologies for this, it's a bit horrible. The only way I can do this really is by scrunching that a little. Oh, that didn't work terribly well. Nope. I hate it when things go wrong like this. Right, so then, if now we attach the tremie, will that show its storage, and can we carry it? Really, is the real question that's intriguing me. Will this work or will it not? Oh, it will. Amazing. So there you go, and you will note that we are not struggling. Yeah, we're not attempting to go, you see, so therefore I think we have got a winner. I think we're going to buy these. I think for future contracts, 2-ton limit, so not too heavy. It's also the form factor, and the fact that it can be lent back as far as it can is amazing. Now we know it's a little bit cheeky, but the entire game is built upon the premise that I would be tipping that in that, but it has to have everything connected, so it's no more cheeky than anything else really. But I'm quite chuffed, and we will now be buying those items. Now that we have proved, we will purchase you, yes, and we will also purchase you too. Yes, fantastic. So there we go. Brilliant. So for going forwards, that means that we can fill that with seeds for doing that there, which then that makes that under £1,000 one of the most reasonable things possible. We could also buy one of the we could tip that, use some of the storage boxes by DS Power and tip that into those. So I'm thinking let's do this before we just go. So it is under, I think it is under pallets. I can't remember how far in this is. Yeah, because it's sort of a storage item per se. Then I really am going at that point. Yeah, because I've bent your ears long enough. Yeah, there's a fillable pallet, but that's got slight little. It's the, yeah, when it's near other ones or other things that fill, it has that annoying fill thing, and then it stops you doing things. That's, oh, that's nothing. Free. But obviously, yeah, it'd have to be. Although I don't know. That's. I think that's basically saying that you can fill up 2 tons worth of zero. That is amazing. Wow, thank you, Pepe. Your mods are amazing. So we should technically be able to tip that into that, really, as well, which we're going to need to do right now, which that is quite amazing. So the only thing it doesn't do, really, is... I know this is a little bit funny, but you'd put a bag in it, and we know that's to say mechanics are not perfect. And do we have to do anything? Because I've never had this. There might be... Ooh. It might be like you have to press... I would have thought it would have appeared. But let's switch the F1 on, because it might be... Unload. What does that mean? Oh, it means you've unloaded the back. It wasn't what you quite thought. Lower support. Oh. No, that's that. Ah, we've lost the weight now, haven't we? Oh, oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, we'll sort this out next time. That didn't work out quite as planned. That very rarely does, but at least we can grab that off next time. I think the AGM would have been a better thing with strap support, but then again, I've always found with pallets, it wasn't terribly effective, so I'm not sure. That probably only tips into certain things. Perhaps that box isn't the right one. The DS power may work, or do you pull the lever on there, or I don't know. I don't know, but honestly, for what we want it for, that is now my best friend. It really is. That's amazing, because it's the storage is about the same as the storages for the front things. Its shape is about right. So yeah, that's it. Smashing. So all that remains to be said is obviously next time we're going to get cracking with doing the ripping the field up. I might do that off camera, actually prepare a because you've all seen me prepare one of those paint draw a field jobbies already. So yeah, I think we're going to do it old school. So I'm going to quickly do the course off camera, and then we're going to literally next session we're going to rip this field up and create our first field. And oh, that's a point. On camera, I was going to say I was going to buy field 46 as well, wasn't I? So at least we've got 2 fields for planting vegetables. Which thing is, oh no, because this is the preserved. I think 2's enough to begin with. Because I don't know. We'd have to save up for the preserved food thing, which is was it 140? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a few contracts, I would say. Do we have to do them immediately? Or are we going to try to build Rome in a day? It depends on how good some of those fertilising or liming contracts are. If we get those 6 granders, I think we'll snap their hand off. Fertilising. There's a few good fertilising ones. And 59. Accept. That's 10,000 towards our, nearly 10,000, because we have got the fertiliser towards that. So I think we'll send one of them, which is you, to actually do the fertilising contract with our new best friend, the Tremmy, whilst the other tractor rips his field up. But all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this exciting journey. Sorry that we've had to sort of chase things up. But yeah, the piano factory isn't working at present, so I know it'll probably be fixed in days. The trouble is you're creating content and you've got to crack on, and you've got to duck and dive a little bit when things don't quite work out right. So yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.